The stranger in the cabin knew my name, but I'd never met him. I thought I was going to spend the weekend alone. After a brutal work week, I booked this remote cabin in the mountains. No internet, no neighbors, just me, some books, and hopefully peace. The cabin was older than the pictures let on. Wood creaked under every step. A fireplace sat cold and unused. Still, it was perfect. The first night was uneventful. I made a fire, poured some wine, and passed out on the couch halfway through a book. The second night, though, that's when everything shifted. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed something through the bathroom window. A flicker of movement, too tall for an animal. I froze, waited, but nothing. Maybe a deer. I shook it off. 10 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. A knock. Out here? I peeked through the peephole. A man stood outside, bundled in a dark coat and beanie. He didn't look threatening. Still, I hesitated. He knocked again, then said my name. Daniel? I swear I'd never seen him before in my life. But he said my name like he knew me, like we were old friends. I asked who he was, keeping the door locked. He replied, "It's me, Jake. I told you I might stop by." Jake? I don't know a Jake. I told him that. He chuckled and said I was always bad with names, said we met last year. There was something about the way he talked, calm, like he belonged here. Eventually, against my better judgment, I opened the door. Just a crack. He looked normal, maybe early 30s, warm smile, held a small backpack. He asked if he could come in and warm up. Said he'd hiked here, lost track of time, didn't expect snow. It wasn't snowing yet. But I let him in. He sat by the fire like he'd done it before, took off his boots, rubbed his hands, thanked me like we'd done this 100 times. We made small talk. He told stories, some that involved me. He said we played pool together last August at the Dive. I've never even heard of that bar. I asked where he was from. He dodged it. I pressed again. He smiled. You really don't remember? No, I told him, I didn't. He looked disappointed, said something like, "It's okay, it always takes time." I didn't sleep that night. He took the couch. I locked the bedroom. In the morning, he was gone. So was his backpack. And my phone. I hiked down to the ranger station, reported what happened. They checked the cabin logs. No one named Jake had ever stayed there. But someone had reserved that same weekend. Me. Twice. Once under Daniel. And once under Jake.